So in this video, we'll be talking about some potential partnerships, the CEO mentioning BYD and Chery again right after NIO Day. And also we'll check out this clip by CGTN about NIO's factory, a deep dive inside. And also what is going on with Chinese new energy vehicle market and why are people all buying EREVs or hybrids, so to speak. All right. Also, I'm starting a new podcast channel with TIY by Ting and Eric, and it's called Blue Sky Coming, the NIO podcast. Unofficial, of course, but you guys go and subscribe to that channel. First of all, NIO CEO posted this on Weibo, and this is to thank President Lei, which is the founder of Xiaomi, and he basically said, "Thank you. I remember back in 2013 in January, a deep night, we discussed about building a brand NIO and building electric vehicles. And today it's very honorable to see Xiaomi and Lei Jun come and build their own EV." He said, "Warm congratulations. Power up together to bring better, intelligent electric vehicle products to users." And then Lei Jun said, from Xiaomi Motors, said, "Sincerely salute to NIO." Now, what is in this picture? Well, apparently it says Xiaomi Motors is saluting Li Auto. And a lot of people are saying they're thanking them because of the EREVs that Li Auto helped pioneer and that Xiaomi is also going to come out with EREV technology. And NIO CEO realized this and even said, "Please don't use gasoline." So it could be totally possible that Xiaomi is going to hop onto the EREV route. Now, what is up with BYD and Chery? Right after NIO Day, NIO CEO actually commended BYD and Chery about their success. And one thing that he mentioned was how successful BYD was comparing to the previous 10 years. So from 2008 all the way to 2020, BYD averaged around 40,000 vehicles per year. But then now they saw rapid growth upwards to around 3 million vehicles per year. All right, so that's absolutely incredible. But we got to see what's behind all this. And the thing behind all this is the policy and also car manufacturing choosing to produce EREVs or hybrids. For example, Huawei's Aito, Leap Motor, Shenlan, these car brands, they all make EVs or aka hybrids or EVs with small battery and a large gas tank and a generator. And I think it's partly to blame the Chinese government for classifying this vehicle as a EREV, as a new energy vehicle. Because in Western standards, you would never consider that as a electric vehicle. It's not an electric vehicle. But China considers these vehicles new energy vehicles, which is very odd. And they have policies that favor new energy vehicles, including these EREVs, which are basically electric vehicles with mainly gas, that mainly run on gas. And they've really gotten people hooked on to this type of vehicle because for them, they're still stuck on the ideology that gasoline is a must and electric vehicles aren't good enough, that they don't have enough range. There's range anxiety. We got to have some gas in there to boost the range, hence range extended vehicle. And it's a vicious cycle. Consumers can't let go of gasoline, so they buy these EREVs, and manufacturers see that their EVs barely sell. Like Leap Motor, their EVs don't sell at all. Then they're forced to make EREVs, and that validates their decision to go with EREVs, and that sells a lot. And that just doesn't really help the progression towards fully electrification. And what's really shocking, is that the policy supports this. The government has the same tax exemption rules placed on all new energy vehicles, whether it's EVs or extended range electric vehicles. And certain cities also have favorable terms, you can use a EV license plate permission, which are much easier to get, and buy a extended range electric vehicle, which is basically a gas guzzler EV with terrible mileage, but it sells. And as dumb as we think ERVs are, and that they're just hybrids, people absolutely want these cars. They think this is the next step towards a better vehicle. This is what the future looks like. It should be a gasoline vehicle with electrification and apparently, quote unquote, the best of both worlds. A lot of people, including me and also lots of NIO owners, have said that EREVs should never be even categorized in the same place as a electric vehicle. They should not be categorized as new energy vehicle. They should just remove that term. It should just be EV and non-EVs like the rest of the world. Now, let's look at this clip of inside NIO's factory number 2. You can actually visit this factory, but you're not allowed to film inside. So it's very nice that NIO is able to film inside. This group, CGTN, is able to film inside. And you can look at the amount of automation that they have. Lots of robots. And this is factory number 2, by the way. And factory number 1 also has a ton of robots. And factory number 2 produces like ET5, ET5T, these kind of vehicles. They're all produced over here. And look at that. They have a very strict tolerance, which is very nice. And some of these safety measures that they implement is, for example, if you have workers making the car, they have a lot of robots, by the way. Take a look at this. It says they can stop automatically. Lots of robots carrying stuff around, carrying parts, carrying even the frame of the car. Look at that. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. It's all done by robots. Robots building cars, and then for some stuff you do need humans to install stuff. And even if they do install stuff, they have a yellow line over here, which is really cool. And if at any point you're in front of the yellow line, the conveyor machine stops, and only after you step behind it does it move to ensure the safety of the workers there, which is absolutely crazy. Look at the factory. Man, this factory looks amazing. All the robots. You know, designing a car is one part, but designing how to build the cars is much harder than designing the car itself. So NIO's got that all figured out. So it is a very tough, difficult process, but this really speaks to volume about how great NIO's cars are. Look at the factories, just absolutely amazing. They do lots of quality control testing before it's even shipped off to customers. So this is very, very nice. Cool. Hopefully, NIOs sell much more than they do right now. And that EREVs are just a transition product, and soon, hopefully everyone shifts to full EV.